And I do believe I know what that means. On this blessed, wonderful, beautiful, sleepless Sunday, but not quite as beautiful as you, because what is? Thank you for pulling up a chair, sweet honey, but it is Pull Up a Chair episode 66 on this blessed, wonderful, a little bit brisky and cold, as a Cleveland day would be in December. And, man, the energy's high. I'm feeling it today. You wouldn't be able to tell by the fact that I yawned 1,000 times earlier, but this is Pull Up a Chair, and I'm fucking ready, and I'm excited to talk and dive in on everything that happened in the crazy simulation this fucking past week. And I'm past 10 seconds, so I think I can say that. Let me just notify the boys. Boom. Then we'll dive right into it, if I can type. There you go. All right, Pull Up a Chair episode 66. Glad everything went good. We had a couple scares over the past couple weeks, but glad everything went great. Thank you, everybody, for being tuned in to Alice Cooper versus Marilyn Manson last night. I just couldn't get it done. But on that note, to my right, I have my beautiful wife. Thank you for joining. Appreciate you always pulling up a chair with us to discuss this crazy madness. And if you don't know this person, well, I certainly love putting a name to the face. It is El Tucker Tente, the ultimate motherfucking sensei, the one who, of course, taught Bruce Lee everything he motherfucking knows, a.k.a. Space Mountain Stoney, a.k.a. Stony Montana, a.k.a. Young Dumbledore, the lyrical wizard, a.k.a. Bed Burgundy, why do they sleep on your boy, a.k.a. Edward Swisher Hands, a.k.a. call me what you will, just never call me broker sand. It's Mr. Keep the Love High and the motherfucking hate low, baby. You pickleball panel polishers. Thank you guys for being tuned in. So on that note, first off, how was your week? How was everything for you?
It was great.
Great. No dogs attacking you too much?
No, had to wrestle a couple, but
had to get put on a few 5-star Meltzer matches?
Yes.
Definitely. Nice. Yeah, my week went pretty damn good. Exhausted myself, but overall, I think our work weeks went pretty well, but we'll start with somebody's work week that didn't go too well, at least a while back, and then, well, now sentencing has happened, and it's crazy that this is actually a real thing. An Ohio woman decided that it would be a good idea, getting a little bit local with this one, but Ohio woman decided it'd be a good idea in a Chipotle when she got mad to assault one of the workers, threw the ball bag, all that, threw punches. Ended up going to court for it. The employee pressed charges, as she should. And the judge gave her a unique sentence that you don't really see get given out that much. Mm-hmm. He sentenced her to 2 months at any fast food restaurant. So it doesn't have to be that Chipotle. That'd be crazy. That would work at that Chipotle. That would be crazy. That manager would be like, what the hell did you just do?
Put her through hell for those 2 months.
Oh, my God.
I think that's a good punishment. I think everybody needs to work in fast food and or retail at least a small portion of their life, because it really does open your eyes to how shitty the public is and how poorly they treat people. I mean, coming from somebody who has worked in the retail industry for 15 years going on, like
well, remember, the customer's always right.
Absolutely not. Not over here, it's not. No, but seriously, like, I think that's a fair punishment. Hopefully she got fined too and like had to pay any medical bills that woman might have needed. But
yeah, I'm not really 100% sure on that aspect of it.
But I do think that that's a unique, and I think it's really going to open that person's eyes up to, oh, fuck.
I guarantee you, when she went into the court that day, the last thing she thought she was about to hear was that sentencing. Mm-hmm. Like, I thought she probably was expecting, like you said, you know what, actually, could you give that a good look up real quick to see if you can find it real fast, just to see, like, the inner details of it. But first off, what restaurant do you think she will end up with? Because I feel like it's going to be fucking hilarious wherever she goes. It don't really matter. Like, either way, all eyes are on her at all times on her shift. Because it's like, she's only, like, literally working there temporarily. She ain't going to stay. That'd be crazy, though, if she ended up, like, working her way up, and next thing you know, she, like, is the burger queen.
Oh, my
God. She goes to Taco Bell, and she's like, yeah, give me the bell. Like, oh, shit. She mean business. She's standing on business. It also would have been funny if she was, like, unemployed before, then now they're, like, making her be employed, and she's like, I've been trying to get a job, but I can't.
So so she was sentenced a month in jail and must work in fast food for 2 months after she attacked a Chipotle worker.
How bad was this attack?
There's a video. It was in Parma. That was actually like
fairly damn close
fairly
to us.
close. Yeah. That's crazy.
That is so funny though. A month in jail and then she has to do the 2 months?
Yes.
Oh, she's sick.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, she's living.
At least 20 hours a week.
And at least 20. So she has to pretty much get a part-time fast food job for 2 months.
Exactly. So this article kind of went on the take that I said that the idea of this was so she can learn that how to treat people and how those people feel.
So that's what the judge was
poorly
thinking.
In those situations. Yeah. So it's like, get a taste of your own medicine, basically, is like what that is, because right now this time of year is just popping for the
people getting mad,
aggressive customers. So
I wonder how many Starbucks employees have gotten cups thrown back at them.
Oh God, I don't even know. I feel like that's a lot.
Or like you're at like Dunkin', you throw your coffee back and Tim Duncan comes out and he's like, "What the fuck are you doing?" Like, what? But Tim Duncan coming out at a Dunkin'. But yeah, so that's pretty crazy though. I just wish I haven't seen the video yet. It sounds like maybe the video is a little bit more like spicier than I thought. I mean, a month in jail and 2 months on that.
It's a misdemeanor. I mean, you can't assault somebody. It's
still
assault. I mean, assault is
misdemeanor assault. Yeah.
Well, no matter if she freaking threw a burrito at, I mean, it's still assault. I mean, it's not assault with a deadly weapon, but it's still assault.
It is going to be funny, though, to see what if she ends up working Pelicans? She works the snow cones. Would that count?
Oh my God.
Do you think people are going to, like, if they spot her, do you think they're going to test her? Like, throw something at her and see what happens?
They released her name, like,
all of it. Ooh, that name tag is going to be bussin'. Somebody's going to look up at Panda and be like, "Oh, it's you bitch." Bah! Fill up that, turn around, walk up to the fountain, fill up the drink, and she's going to be like, "Sir, you forgot your lid." "No, I didn't." Ah! Throw it right back at her. But, oh yeah, sorry, I didn't want to cloud you with the cig smoke. Now with the Eddie Cigarrero. But where do you think she's going to work? Speculate.
I have no idea. I mean, I really don't know. McDonald's? I don't know. Burger King?
She's gonna get a McRib thrown at her.
Maybe.
Bah! Sauce right here, right on her face. Bah! McRib.
It's not real anyway.
What if though somebody okay, I have so many different scenarios in my head. But what if she's working like the drive-thru, right? But it's like the 2 window, and you pay at the other window, and like right when you go to pay, the guy's like, leaning her, hit that bitch with everything you got. He's like, I'm telling you, test her.
That'd be crazy.
Say the order got fucked up. Throw it back at her.
I mean, maybe.
Then you just see her just get like a lemonade all over her, and that guy that's running window 1 goes, "Got him!" Whole fucking crew cracks up. She's gonna be living in hell for about a month and a half.
Drink when you cringe.
What?
I said drink when you cringe.
But I think that'll be hilarious. We're not gonna drink if you. What's the challenge?
Drink if you cringe.
Nah, never that. But no, I just thought that was absolutely hilarious. Definitely wanted to mention on that. Not too often do I mention anything that like usually happens in the big OHIO, but that was just too fucking crazy. I feel like we had to touch on that one. That was cool. Hey, I hope to see more of those sentences be dished out. But on that note, what would you like to dive right into first? What are you feeling? Feeling movies? We just watched Leo today, so I guess let's talk about that. What'd you think of the Leo movie first?
I thought it was good.
For those that don't know, it's on Netflix. I know we're a little bit late to the party on that one by a couple weeks.
Yeah,
but
you didn't want to watch it.
I was a little hesitant on it. I'm not gonna lie. But the way Adam Sandler played, what was he playing?
Adam Sandler fan over here.
What?
I wanted to watch it the day it came out.
I love the Sandman, but I really liked his voice acting, being what was he again? An iguana. Loved his voice acting as that iguana. Thought he did his like kind of stand-up voice I mean, you've heard him do that kind of voice before in movies.
Well, he alters his voice.
Yeah, like
different like little characters that he does.
Yeah, and it's perfect, I think, I was gonna say it's perfect for a kid's movie, but overall, it didn't really play out like a kid's movie. Like it did, but it didn't.
I mean, it is. I mean, a kid,
Like,
you're not going to understand. Like,
it seemed like a movie that like everybody could enjoy, though.
I mean, for sure, there was definitely that in it. I just, as a kid, when you're watching that movie, you're not obviously grasping on those little things that they say that, like, oh, okay, like, you have to know what it's about to catch the reference that they're saying.
And I thought the overall theme of the movie was great, too.
I thought, yeah, that was cute.
Like, the whole, I guess, spoiler alert, but, like, he keeps saying the whole movie, he's thinking, like, oh, I'm 74, they say when I'm 75, I'm kicking the bucket. Mm-hmm. And then it, like, turns to be like, like, how he had the dream of the Everglades.
Yeah.
And then, like, as Miss Malkin's driving away, he's like, it's not my dream anymore. Like, I want to be with the class. Like, damn it, I don't want to be here anymore.
He found a different, he found his purpose in life because he thought that he wasted.
And you never know at, like, what age you're just like, oh, like, this is, like, what I really love. Like, that kind of thing. Like, you actually, like, find that. So I thought that was awesome, and I loved how it played out. Definitely think we'll end up rewatching it.
Probably.
But no, overall, I thought that was a really great movie. Finally going to be able to see Godzilla -1 tonight, so I think that's going to be fun. But another movie question I got for you. That is Mount Rushmore of Pixar movies. So now to stay on the theme of, I know recently on the pod we did Mount Rushmore of comedic actors in TV shows. Characters, right? I think is what we did. Mount Rushmore TV sitcom characters. Mm-hmm. We also did Mount Rushmore of, what was the other Mount Rushmore we did? Point is, we've been doing Mount Rushmores, and this is the Mount Rushmore Pixar movies. So I would like to see
Christmas movies.
Oh, Christmas movies, right. So to continue on that theme, though, I'd like to see what everybody's Mount Rushmore is. As always, I like seeing your guys' Mount Rushmore of the Christmas movies as well, and of the sitcom actors. But I think this one's going to be great because I know this goes right up your alley. I know this is your whole entire field. I'm just visiting it. But Mount Rushmore of Pixar movies, you only get 4. And in traditional fashion, I like to always ask it like this too. Well, that's a different kind of style. So we'll just keep it Mount Rushmore.
I don't even. Oh my God, there's.
And I never write these down ahead of time. I think on it, but I never write them down because I always like to try to come up with it on the spot.
Oh God.
Mount Rushmore for Pixar, though. I mean, it's tough.
Up has to be obviously on there. So
Up. I got Up too. I'll agree with you on that. Obviously, my hat.
Oh, I gotta look at it.
Obviously, my hat. So I'm gonna go Toy Story. Which Toy Story, though? Oh, shit. The first one. So Toy Story 1. Up. I'm going to pop off a third.
I'm going to do Ratatouille.
I was going to say Ratatouille third for me, too. So I got Ratatouille, Up, Toy Story.
Finding Nemo Pixar? Yeah.
Yeah,
Finding
that is.
Nemo.
So you got Up, Finding Nemo,
Ratatouille.
and Ratatouille. So you need one more and I need one more. We agree on 2 of them. So for the sake of the pod, I feel like no matter what happens, I just can't agree with your next one. We're both literally using lifelines on this. Ooh.
I'm just trying to make sure.
I mean, there's so many options. You got Cars. You got.
It's between Cars. And
you got Wall-E. You got Incredibles. You still haven't said Toy Story. For the sake of the pod, you don't have to agree.
Toy Story, but I do love Toy Story, but I feel like I watched.
I know Reddit said we agree too much, so that's why I said I can't agree with you on this next one. Oh, wow. Shoot.
I'm going to have to say Cars. I just keep going back to it.
So you're saying Cars for your 4th? I forgot Reagan. Yeah. Oh, you can see her a little bit.
She's sleeping.
Yep, she's tucked back there. Okay. Reiterate your 4. Buy me time.
I have Finding Nemo, Ratatouille, Cars, and Up.
I'm gonna go The Incredibles.
Okay.
That would have
been my other.
I'm gonna go The Incredibles as number 4.
I do love The Incredibles, but.
That's so tough though.
I think I watched Cars more, honestly.
What's your number 1 of your Mount Rushmore?
Up.
That's your favorite Pixar movie.
Yes.
This
Toy
one
Story,
means this
yeah.
one means a little too much to me.
I was gonna say you have to pick Toy Story.
Yeah, this one means a little too much to me. Share a little quick story on that. I once asked my dad when we were just having a conversation, me and El Padrino, about all the different movies that I watched the most, as a kid, like that 3-4 era, and he said, "Oh, Toy Story." I said, "Really? I watched Toy Story that much?" And all he responded to me with was, "Oh, it's a comeback, Carl." I'll never forget the next time I saw it. He said that line just the way he says it in that fucking movie. And then I remember on the battle, we did that one. Somebody pulled out that one reference where they were like, "I'm pretty sure your wife's just propped up." Hey, boss. Hey, everything's all good. Right, boss? The arm drops. But yeah, I'd probably go Toy Story for sure on that. Then I would probably say Up, then the Ratatouille, and then the Incredibles. But it's so tough though when you're dealing with those Pixar movies, because it's like I feel like anytime it's Disney Pixar, I know it's about to be a bang.
Oh, for
like
sure.
I just know it's about to be a grand slam home run. Easy. They never botch those. Easy. Is there any Pixar movies though that we feel like, I'm trying to think, that also could maybe be honorable mentions on a Mount Rushmore? Like how you said you were going to say The Incredibles.
Bug's Life, I think, would be mine.
Ooh, I forgot Bug's Life is Pixar.
Yeah.
I would never say Wall-E. I'm not going to put the hater hat on, but I'm not the biggest Wall-E fan. Sorry, Duels. Sorry, Dooley. But, oh, wow.
Monsters, Inc.?
Oh, yeah. Okay, now I can agree with you on that.
Monsters, Inc.
Mike Wazowski. Yeah, I'd probably, that'd be a good
That'd be my second one. Okay, that's all mine.
That's all yours right there? Yeah. So, like I said, I'm excited to see what your guys' Mount Rushmores are. And, of course, you guys love to depict mine, which is what it's all about. So I'm excited to see what you guys got on that. So the next thing I wanted to mention in the TV movies world is, did you see, I'm not sure if anybody, who saw this, but Matthew McConaughey is set to star in his first ever video game.
Yeah.
Main character of the video game. Now, the interesting thing that I thought about that was, I think that's going to be the first of many. I think there's something here. I think there's something to that. Like, I'm not sure how it would work, but it's coming off to me like the graphics now are like so good.
What game is like? What are they making? New games?
Are
they doing like how Gears did with the
let me
New Day,
double check that. Yeah, like kind of how you could play with the New Day. I think he's more like an actual like main, like he's playing like the main character in the game.
So it's a brand new game.
I believe it's a brand game. No, never seen the game before, as in I know this is like a new game. It might be a part of a series, but as far as it looks like this is just a brand new game rollout. He's playing the lead character. He's handling the dialogue.
I feel like yes and no. Like, I feel like it could work, yes, but I don't feel like to the extent of where, like, maybe, like, you're thinking that, like, it's going to be some huge thing. Like, I feel like you're going to be able to get away with it for a few times, and then it's just going to be like, okay, well, all right. And then, but I feel like it'd work better if it was, like the way that Gears was doing it, how they're collabing with, like, Nicki and all of those, like, different, where you can be different people, but you're not necessarily introducing like a whole new like
where they only have to come in and pretty much say a couple lines. Like Biggie that day was probably like, all right, my character's gonna be in it. Every time the match starts, I have to say something. What do you want me to say? Okay, it's a new day. Yes, it is. All right, next line.
And it's not even like that standpoint. I just feel like it's gonna be like, okay, well, how many new games can we have? Like, you know what I mean? Like, how many different new same games?
No, see, that's where I like that, but I would actually take it a step further and say, what if, like, because based on how GTA 6 looks, which looks insane, looks amazing, by the way. I know everybody saw that trailer, which kind of goes with my thought on it, of, like, what if, so, like, those guys in the game right there, we've never seen those people before that are those characters. But what if like the girl was being played by like Zoe Saldana?
Yeah, that 100% because that game's already established. GTA is already established. It's already its whole franchise. It's already has its like little 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10s. But like, I just how many like brand new game, different storyline, different what you have to do. Like I don't know, but that like how many of those can you have before people are like, oh my god, like I don't even I had beat this game and then I go, oh I want to play this one because this person's on it. Like why not have it like maybe like GTA where it's like okay you could pick from X, Y, and Z people and then so not so many people are everywhere. It's like all these different games. Well, I want to be, Matthew McConaughey this day. Oh God, I got to finish that game. That's going to take me how long? And then, okay, well, I want to play. It's like, I just feel like there's just like that's a lot.
Do you think that would also help increase, like, okay, so you're rolling out a new game, something that's nobody's ever, let's just assume that that's what it is. Because again, I'm not 100% sure, but we're rolling out an all new game. How can we get like hype around it? How can we get free press based on it? Okay, well, we got Matthew McConaughey starring, like, now we got Matthew McConaughey starring in it.
I said, I think
it can work in this case, but just not like
for a few different reasons. I think it would work. I'm just saying, like, if you're wanting every freaking, if this is going to become a thing where more and more and more actors, actresses, people like that, influencers want to become gaming figures, then they need, I put them in a place and then, okay, all right, have a story, maybe a game here, a couple of them. Okay, it would work. Once you start getting into there's 7, 8, 9, 10 different games, 12 different games with all different people, all different things, but they're all going to be generally the same concept if you're thinking about it. Like,
and it also brings the thing of like, they just worked so hard to bring, movies and all that back. Are they all these actors? I see what you're getting at. Are all them even going to want to do it?
Yeah.
Like, oh, hey, I could be doing all this stuff, but I got to go be in a video game. Like, I don't necessarily, that's not what I necessarily want to do. Because, I mean, essentially, that's like behind closed doors acting. Like, nobody's even necessarily like.
Yeah. But I do think it would be cool to be like different people that like you can associate yourself.
Yeah, like I think
you've seen before that you can kind of get behind and like actually feel like you're playing that person.
Yeah, and I think of the gamer who like say he's a big Jonah Hill fan. And then all of a sudden you hear like, oh, a new game's coming out. Oh shit, Jonah Hill's in that? All right, let me check that out. I want to be Jonah Hill. I want to see what it's like to be Jonah Hill.
Yeah.
Or like, oh, Keanu Reeves, he can go be in an action game. Oh wow, Keanu Reeves is in that. John Wick. All right, bet. Let me go check that out. But no, I'm excited to see though kind of how that game goes and to see what Matthew McConaughey does with it, to see how it performs well in the market, so to speak. Yeah. See if everybody jumps at it. Because then I think that's when they'll know if this is a really good idea or not.
Yeah.
Like if people aren't really like getting behind it all like that, I think the whole trying to pay actors, because I'm sure it's not cheap.
Yeah.
To do your video game would be like, oh man, is this even worth it? Like it's a game at the end of the day. People don't necessarily need to be familiar with the voice or be familiar with the face. Like I already saw in GTA just from the trailer in GTA 6 that there was a lot of people that were like, oh, like that guy looks like Rod Wave. Like, oh, that guy looks like this, like, oh, wait a minute. Did he build that character after me? And it's like, no, that's just how great graphics are now, that you just happen to look like that guy who looks like he could be a normal guy. It's just him in like a video game pixelated form, pretty much, like animated form. So I really am excited to see where they go with that. And I'm a big Matthew McConaughey fan, so I do wish him the best on that. Do wish him the best on that big time. But now that leaves us to transition into where would you like to go from this, on this journey that we're taking today on Pull Up a Chair? Would you like to go into music? Would you like to go into sports? Or would you like to go into some pro wrestling? All right, let's do pro wrestling. Let's do pro wrestling because there's not too much that happened in the wrestling world this week. We do have prayers up, though, and speedy recovery for Charlotte Flair, who looked like she unfortunately got injured during a commercial break against Asuka on Friday Night SmackDown. So we're going to go prayers up for Charlotte and hope everything's all good. We don't want to see that happen to anybody. And, she's a big star. Mania season right around the corner. This is the worst time in wrestling to get hurt because your first thought's like whatever it takes to get, to Mania. Mm-hmm. So, we wish her a speedy recovery. Watched NXT Deadline last night. Had it on in the background of Sleepless Radio and then ended up going back and checking out some of the matches. I thought the Iron Survivor matches were really good. I thought the Cora Jade match was great. Love seeing CM Punk kick off the show with Shawn Michaels. Thought that was great. They both forgot their promos, and those are the two of the only people that can forget their promo and still have a fire promo. So I thought that was awesome. Really loved the Dominic Mysterio loss to Dragon Lee. Thought that was crazy. So shout out Dragon Lee for getting that win. And glad Braun Breaker lost to Trick Williams. Thought that also was very fitting as well. And Pillman Jr., I don't know what the hell he was talking about to Carmelo Hayes. But that was such a weird aftermath of the match promo. Good God.
Twister.
Yeah. But Carmelo Hayes, he is him, as they say. Even though I'm the creme de la creme, the one that they call him in wrestling, he's him. But NXT Deadline, though, overall, I thought was great. I know AEW's fans were in shambles, though, and like I said, Punk cut that promo with Shawn Michaels, which then leads me to my, it's like a part statement, part question. You're going to be in the hot seat with me on this one. I hope it doesn't ruffle feathers because I'm not exactly putting my hater hat on. But over the past couple months, I've been hesitant to say it, but I think after seeing how Collision looked and the crowd, and just the way people, like even now, some of their own fans seem to be turning on them. I think AEW might have to hit the panic button. What do you think on that? For those that don't know, I know my wrestling fans know. But for those that don't know, AEW's ratings are down. Dynamite's are still good. But Collision's dwindling. Rampage is hurting. Somebody said AEW stands for Always Empty Wrestling. Took a video of the crowd and showed how bone dry it looked like a lot of the seats were. And then you got people hating on NXT because they were trying to say that NXT was dead. But in reality, somebody just got there super early and went to their seat and tried to take a picture. And then somebody was like, oh, why don't you show when the first match started? And it's like, oh, shit.
Yeah, well, you can't.
Yeah, it's like everybody's here. But
I just
overall though, AEW's just, I'll say it, they're in a rough patch. I don't think that's me coming off like an asshole if I say AEW's in a hard patch, and it's pretty rough right now.
No, it's a fact. You can't there's proof that there's not asses in seats. So I don't think that if you could be delusional, but like that's the
and I'm not saying the product's bad.
And that's where I'm confused at it, because it's not like it's horrible. Oh my God, what the hell is he doing? It's like, what's going on? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like I said, like I always say, like I thought our show was good. Like I
loved our Collision experience.
That's why, like, I don't understand.
I think Saturday Night Wrestling's a good idea.
I just don't know what's going on. Like what's happening?
I'm thinking
tickets weren't horribly expensive. Like, I don't know is it just our city? Like, I don't know.
Cleveland is. I'm glad that you mentioned that. Cleveland does love their wrestling. We do love our wrestling. So does Philadelphia. So does.
Are they going to the wrong cities? Are they not following where their demographic is? Is that the right word?
Yes. Because the one thing that AEW has a big, big audience is overseas. I feel like I would be willing to bet more than half of their supporters and diehards are all over there. That's why the AEW All In at Wembley is such a success, because they eat that up over there.
You can't be going over to overseas all like that.
And I think right now, what it is, it's a combination of what WWE's doing right now, because WWE's doing record business. I feel like everybody's over. I'm losing track of who's not over. The heels are getting booed. Some fan just jumped the barricade at Grayson Waller, Aussie. And I saw that, oh, God. I'm trying to think. Like, literally everybody's over. LA Knight, Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso. People boo the shit out of him. Boo him out of the building. Ray just got a standing O last night for coming out and doing commentary. Yeah. Like, people got Carmelo Hayes. Like I said, everybody's over right now. But that's the thing. AEW, and I said this months ago when you guys did say I sounded like a hater, and now it's true. They're doing the thing that I've said that I've seen other wrestling promotions do now for years. I've seen this movie before. They do the WCW formula. Hey, we got something great here. We got fresh new stars. We got Sting. We got Goldberg. We're kicking ass over here. This is awesome. Oh, wait. Like, oh, so-and-so retired over there? We'll take them. Oh, more rounds of releases? Awesome. We'll take them.
Take them all.
And then at some point you start looking at the locker room and you go, huh, banking on a lot of old WWE guys. And it's like, oh, yeah. Like you got Edge. Okay, great. Love Adam Copeland there. Love it. You got Christian Cage. Awesome. What do you have them doing right now? This weird feud against each other, which now goes into my next point. Storylines aren't there enough, and enough people are not getting over in AEW. Besides the people that are already coming in, already over. Adam Copeland comes in and he's automatically one of AEW's biggest stars.
Well, yeah.
That's a problem. That's a problem. I mean, yes, okay,
Yeah.
we just brought CM Punk back. He's automatically blah, blah, blah. He's at the top. But you don't feel like he's going to get any more of a... I guess I don't want to go too far down that road, but it's like just, yeah, I want to keep my focus on AEW. But it's like I said, they don't have, like, okay, MJF, he's over. We don't got, what's he doing? What's he doing? He's got the storyline going on with the devil right now, which, don't get me wrong, I think that has potential, but it's a little weird. Some people think it's Wardlow, but then Wardlow's like still on the card doing squash matches, which, okay, we get it. Wardlow's a beast. We don't need him in his 1000th squash match.
Yeah.
Give him a good match, like, and get him over. We don't need him to beat the guy that looks like you just handed him a pair of tights and a singlet and said, go out there and get him, champ. Like, I feel like overall right now, Tony needs, if he's hitting the panic button and it's S.O.S., you got to hire a team of writers. You got to hire a team of writers.
So he's writing this shit all
He's
himself?
writing this with the help of the guys, the help of the roster.
Oh,
because essentially,
shit show.
That's what AEW does. It's the, hey, we like your ideas. We'll bet, if you're ready to bet on yourself, I'll bet on you too, buddy. Like, what you got for me? And then you got.
Well, I said that a while back, like when I did have my hat on with AEW, is that like there's just way too many cooks in the kitchen, way too many to be.
I like that saying. To
be running a whole show and trying to get people to stay engaged and actually have like meaningful storylines, and like there's too much going on.
And Chris Jericho said it earlier this week. I showed you that clip for a reason. He said, I firmly believe every wrestler in the business could have at least used 6 months with Vince McMahon. Because Vince McMahon in 6 months can teach you more about the wrestling business than anybody.
And that's the thing. It's like, Tony, like, how much did you know about this before you started getting all crazy go-gazy up in here?
Essentially, to me, comes off like the super stan that's a student of the game and he's just learning day by day. What works, what doesn't.
And
that's why, if you remember when he made AEW, he made it after that first All-In when it was still not like AEW sponsored, when it was Cody Rhodes, the Bucks, Chris Jericho, and Kenny Omega. But now the thing that like sucks about that is, say Tony wants to make a creative decision and he goes, hey, just for example, FTR is going to win tonight. Bucks, you're jobbing. No, we're not. Okay. FTR, I'm sorry, guys. The Bucks don't want to lose tonight. You're actually going to take the L. They're going over tonight. Oh. Try that on Vince. Hey, Bucks, you guys are losing tonight. I'm putting FDR over. No, we're not. Come again? No, we're not doing that. Okay, there's the door.
Matches cut.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Somebody else.
There you go. Mm-hmm. I mean, that's essentially what he did with Sasha and Naomi, which love Sasha and Naomi. Wish that never would have happened.
That was crazy because I thought that was a word for a long time. But.
And essentially, if they only would have waited a couple months, Triple H, I think, would have been able to work with them. They pull that shit on Vince. No, we don't feel like doing that tonight in the main event. We ain't going out like that. All right, you ain't going out at all. Pack your stuff. Go.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. And I mean, I think that's what people. I mean, you need structure. You need structure in a business, because at the end of the day, all of this is all business. It's all business. It's all about money. Like maybe Yes and no, maybe whatever.
Sports
whatever.
entertainment business, pro wrestling business.
Business is money. Like, you have to, at the end of the day, realize your place if you're at your employer's place. Like, you're working for somebody. What they say goes, essentially. Yes, you can have your opinions and state them, but at the end of the day, like, that's what they say goes. And if you don't like it, well, then there's the door. You don't have to stay. Break your contract, do whatever, pay whatever fines, fees, whatever, and leave. I mean, that's that.
I imagine it does have to be a daily headache, though, for Tony to, like, walk in the locker room and be like, so this is what I was thinking.
Well, that's why he's freaking all strung out.
And somebody's just like, nah. And he's like,
okay, all right, panic, all right. Why would you want to live that way as well? Like, why would you want to run your business that way and you're not in charge of anything?
One of the things Jericho said when they were like, what's the similarities and what's the, differences between him and Vince? He said where Vince, had which again, they have pros and cons to both, which he mentioned as well. But he goes, Vince came in with the iron hand, where Tony's like open arms, people like, hey, I just want everybody to have a good time, I hope everybody's having a good time, hopefully we can all get on the same page. And then he's just got like a bunch of people back there that are like, yeah, right.
They're never all, like, laughing at each other.
I'm never losing.
What? Like, I don't know. That's just crazy to me how that's ran.
And I do think that the whole EVPs being wrestlers, it works for Jericho. And I think it worked for Cody. There's something about the Bucks that are starting to rub me the wrong way as being EVPs. Because it's like, dude, you guys can't win every single night. Like, we get it. You're a good tag team. We don't need you shoved down our throats. Because then what it does is it turns into how they couldn't get Roman over for 8 years. Why the hell can't we get Roman over? Oh, I don't know, because you've been booking him as John Cena. We don't want him. Like, give us a raw, authentic Roman. And then you get the heel, the tribal chief, and it's like, there it is. We knew something was there, but you kept trying to make him John Cena. Like, why? Another thing, though, to circle back to something in AEW that's been ticking me off now. What they're doing with MJF is a little bit weird. Like, it's MJF, so he's making it work. He can probably make anything work. But now they're having him be like the guy who, like, he's like crying. Like, he's so like I built this place, like I built this place off my back, off my blood, my sweat, my tears. Samoa Joe and this one and that one's trying to take it from me. And like, just kind of has like a breakdown kind of as a part of the promo. I think that they were onto something when they realized, hey, wait a minute, everybody cheers for the guy now, even though he's a fucking asshole. So we kind of got to make him somewhat face, and how they did that I thought was perfect, which is the you're not on the level of the devil. I'm your scum. Yeah, I'm your scumbag. How he says that thing. I'm their scumbag. I just think that it's now getting a little weird.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he's just trying to go the sensitive route. I don't know.
I mean, when he did it the one time at the scrum after Full Gear.
Yeah.
I thought that worked. I thought that fit.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
Because that actually seemed authentic. Like, oh, wow, MJF that passion's burning tonight.
And I think that's where they're trying to run with it. It's just now it's an overkill.
He's just the guy with a burning passion.
And now it's an overkill.
And it's like, yeah, like I'm literally watching his voice damn near give out now, and it's like he's cutting promos like this once a week now. And it's like, okay, you just had something. Don't go.
You ruined it.
Yeah, save that for like the scrum or something that he does every time.
Yeah, that's what he needs to do. Maybe once in a while if he's getting like worked up on the mic, but like save that for like interviews and scrum and all that stuff.
Yeah, like I don't know, something about the part where it's like we're supposed to be calling him the devil, right? But then it's like that's the other thing. Then there's the guy who's running around with the mask, the devil mask, and it's like, well, who's that? Because I thought he's supposed to be that. I thought he's supposed to be the devil, but now there's a guy that's tormenting him with his own mask. Okay, interesting. And it's like everybody thinks that it's Adam Cole, but if it's Adam Cole, here's the catch. He's not going to be back for months. So how long are we dragging this out? Because remember what WWE did? Retribution's coming. Retribution's coming. 80 weeks later, Retribution's coming. And then finally when you see him come out, you're like, I don't even care anymore.
It's like, this is it?
Yeah.
It's like you're underwhelmed.
Because at that point, unless they burn the fucking building down, they're not going to live up to that hype.
That was a crazy time.
Remember who else they did? Veer is coming. Remember that? Where it would say Veer is coming to Raw? Veer coming to Raw? And it's like, first off, let me stop you right there. None of us give a fuck about Veer. So first off, maybe work on getting him over, and then we'll care about him coming to Raw. Like, because you're trying to build him as like Umaga, and we've seen him wrestle before. He ain't that. Like, and I don't think a broken leg or whatever it was fixed that. So I'm pretty sure we just need to see him try to get over in a different way.
That would be one crazy surgeon.
Like, dear God.
Fix his whole wrestling ability.
Just by fixing that one leg. And then it's like, okay, we got Christian Cage, back to that, versus Edge. Match on Dynamite. Okay, main event. Okay, there's something here. How does the match end? Nick Wayne's mom comes in and hits Edge with the worst steel chair shot that sent the wrestling industry back 30 years. I don't know how he sold that chair shot. Give him an Oscar. Because that chair shot wouldn't have hurt Ray. So, I mean, it was literally like, and he went, ow! And obviously sold it like he just got smacked by fucking Undertaker with the damn thing. And then even Christian's like, what? And then here's the part that I thought was crazy. I thought there would at least been an audible, but I guess they were really stern on that being the finish. He pins him on that. And it's like, oh dear. And Edge is like trying to work and selling it on the mat. And I'm not going to lie. There was a part of me, and maybe this is me sounding like I have the hater hat on. Edge had a certain look in his eyes on the mat of like, oh. Like right when he looked at where it's empty seats and went,
left WWE.
What have I done? Like, oh no. Like, what have I done? I just took the worst chair shot of all time. Like, oh my God. Mae Young, at her oldest, could have swung that damn chair better. I saw her hit Bubba Ray Dudley with a steel chair better than Nick Wayne's mom hit her. And Mae Young did that shit when she was 85. Fucking cracked Bubba Ray Dudley with the chair. At least it looked a little believable. Nick Wayne's mom, it was literally like, I don't think if she swung it on that glass, it'd spill it. Like, I don't think it would do anything. But, no, I just wanted to dive in on that, though, for a while. So to end on it, though, my question is, to give a flat answer. It doesn't have to necessarily be brief, but just a flat answer to put on paper for this question. And I'll let you answer first. Ladies first. You're AEW, you're Tony Khan. You've now hit the panic button. Fuck, I need to do something now. We need to act now. We need to act fast. Where do you start? What's the first fire that you run over to and try to put out?
I literally don't know.
Let me put ideas in your head.
I'd be putting in like rule regulations. But then it's like you've got contracts. Like you're fucked. Like you need. I think what I would do is try to implement some sort of structure. Whether that be trying to renegotiate contracts or what, but that's what I would be doing.
It did come out this week that Danielson is in charge of handing out fines. So now a couple of the other wrestlers are starting to get roles, but that goes right back to my point. You're giving the wrestlers role. Like, imagine that. Like, I wouldn't want to be on the roster, and it's like, oh, okay, I know I'm in trouble, and Danielson walks in the locker room and hands me a fine. Like, what? Almost like, let's devil's advocate. What the hell makes you so special, man? Like, oh, you're that cool with the boss? Oh, okay, I'll remember that then when I have a match with you that I know I ain't winning. Like, damn. And with Danielson, I know he don't play ball like that.
No, but
he'll job it if he has to. But then that's the other thing though. Like Jericho and Danielson, okay, I can count on them for sure. Storylines, all that stuff. But that's what I was gonna say is because you said put like a structure in place. Now I agree with that, but what does that do for the seats though? Well,
then ratings. You're gonna start to, okay, you're getting your structure, which then that will trickle down to getting solid storylines. All right, if he wants to, have the wrestlers really like involved in their storylines, okay, they still need to be approved. or something, not just, okay, go ahead. Or Tony needs to put his foot down, and if he, okay, you got, okay, MJF has his storyline. Okay, whatever. He comes to him. Okay, I want to go against so and so, and I want to win. Okay, well then so and so comes over and was like, well, no, I want to win.
I'm glad you said.
And Tony needs to be like, okay, well, let me look at both your sides. Okay, well, I think it makes sense if so and so wins over you, MJF. Well, I don't want that. Okay, sorry, that's gonna be my choice because guess what? That's at the end of the day, that's my business. Like I want it to go this way. And I know that he was trying to get away from that, but look where it's got you. You have fucking shit ass storylines. Everybody's running around everywhere doing whatever they want. And it's a shit show.
Which I'm glad that you said that. So that's your first act? And you think that turns it up?
And then
there was part of what you said in that I think is my first. Okay, I've hit the panic button. Here's what I'm doing. Let's stop with these dream matches. Let's stop. It's cool a couple times. Let's stop. That's okay. We don't need it. We need real feuds, real angles. Like AEW Full Gear. Here, I'll actually put this out for now. I just put that out. Okay. But, so with like how right now, okay, we got MJF. He's feuding with this guy. He's feuding with this guy. I see where you're at with that storyline. You're getting way too confusing. Cut that shit out. Yeah, if it's Samoa Joe, it's Samoa Joe. You get Samoa Joe, how many ever months, then we move on.
Do we think Tony Khan is that creative to run and to make up his own storylines for these people? Not make up their own, but like give ideas to the wrestlers and the superstars on where to go with their matches? I don't think so.
I think he has a very hard time with it because if you ask me, he's just going to Reddit and going to the AEW Reddit page going, okay, who do people want to see next? Okay, Okada and Mock, okay. Or, Moxley and Takeshita, okay. Like,
and that's going to be his killer right there is that he's not creative, and I'm sorry. He's just not.
Which that's when you need to bring in guys writing teams. Because I think if he, like what I'm picturing here, here's what I'm thinking. When Tony Khan shows up to write the show, however he does it, let's just assume he walks in, you got the long table business meeting type thing. I imagine he walks into a fairly empty room. Couple of the guys, the EVPs, and he goes, all right, let's try to figure this thing out. Jericho, what do you got? Bucks, what do you got? Kenny, what do you got? Danielson, what do you got? What do we got here, guys? Okay, well, and Moxley, I think he's close with Mox too. But it's like, I imagine him sitting down and they do most of the talking. Is where I was going with that. And he's just kind of like, yeah, good idea.
Great. Okay.
Oh, I was thinking that maybe he goes, well, I was maybe thinking this finish. Like, I think if he had more people other than, again, just the wrestlers, those guys with him, like how WWE has the Bruce Pritchards, like those type of guys. Like Bruce Pritchard's perfect example. Hey, he might give an idea, and then Triple H goes, oh, that is good, but what about this? And then Bruce goes, oh, I like that, which now I'm thinking, what if we ended it like this? And you get that veteran prowess of like almost workshopping it out. Like,
well, no, exactly. I mean, when you have more than one or two people that like are creative and can bounce those different scenarios and ideas and finishes and whatever off of each other, and because then that just gets your brain moving. Okay, well that person's thinking this way, and then your brain goes a different direction, and you have an open mind and an open way of thinking, and you have multiple different views of things coming in, and then you can come up with an ideal storyline, situation, match, whatever the case is for that.
Yeah, because something, I think it is time. They need to change something up.
Something needs to happen, or it's.
We need more. I mean, there's, like I said, to go back to my Full Gear take, and then we'll get off. But I think that the Hangman Page Swerve match stole the show for a reason. You built the shit out of that match, and it delivered. Boom! People are cheering. This is awesome.
Yeah,
going absolutely nuts. And then it's like, oh, I forget what the match was, but it's like, why? Like, they have never fought before. Why are they fighting for the first time on the pay-per-view? Like, they barely even said anything to each other on the mic. Why do I care about this match?
Yeah.
Tony thinks from the purest mind of like, oh, if I just make sure that I get these great wrestlers to go out there and put on great wrestling matches, that everything's just going to be awesome. which, again, we love great wrestling. But CM Punk was getting chanted, blowing the roof off for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
You need that, because that is what sells the t-shirts up there and puts asses in the seats all around here.
Yeah.
Like, and then the great matches gets the, oh, wow. Like, oh, wow, and it delivered. Like, that's awesome. And, you know, he gets these guys that can flip 10 times in the air, and that's all great. But do they get the same pop for doing that Stone Cold would get if he gave somebody a stunner? Good God, it blows the roof off the place.
We're
like,
not gymnastics. I don't
simple
care.
and sweet. All Stone Cold does. Boom, boom, boom. Crowd goes crazy. Randy Orton. Boom. Crowd goes crazy. You just tore your ACL. You're out 9 months. And crowd went, oh my God. And you're on the shelf. Like, so there you go. You got your pop. You got your pop. But now, hopefully you get it in 9 months when you return.
Yeah.
And hopefully you don't return on Collision, because you're going to have to bank on the third of the building that's there to fucking create the pop for you. But before I sound like I'm sounding too much of a hater on it, though, we will pivot. But I definitely wanted, as you can tell, dive in on that for a while. So, to leave off, we got 2 more subjects. Where are you feeling with it? You feeling sports or TV or music? Do music? All right, so we'll just kick it right off with new music reviews. Obviously, before we get to the album that everybody's talking about from over the weekend, we'll dive in, give a quick little recap on some singles that came out. Saw Lyrical Lemonade. Cole Bennett dropped another record with Dave featuring Jack Harlow, which I thought Jack Harlow's voice was really good on that. Stop Giving Me Advice. So that's another single for his Lyrical Lemonade album coming out. So I think that looks really good. I think I showed you that, right? Buddy dropped another single, You to Think. Thought that was really good. I ended up checking out, this is actually alternative, Gloom Division. I don't know how, but they found me. And I added Gloomtown Brats. Thought that was a pretty good record. Lil Papa dropped 7 records. I actually ended up adding Man in the Mirror. Shout out Lil Papa. Southside and Lil Yachty dropped Gimme the Light, which I thought that was pretty good. Highly recommend this one, though. Benny the Butcher drops a single, dropped the album artwork and the album title as well. We got Everybody Can't Go from Benny the Butcher. 1 Foot In featuring Stove God Cooks, Stove God. So that's his second single so far after the one he put out with Wayne called Big Dog. So we got 1 Foot In. I highly recommend that and checking that out. Capital H-I-G-H. Green Day dropped another single off of their album Saviors. They dropped Dilemma. So they got Dilemma, Look Ma No Brains, and The American Dream Is Killing Me. Go to browse. Because obviously I want to save the best drop of the weekend for last. Get ready to queue up the barbs. Let's see what the hell we got here. Trying to get it to load. Just want to make sure I don't miss anything. We got Tate McRae drop. Didn't check it out. Peso Pluma drop. Didn't check it out. James Fauntleroy dropped. I probably should check that out, actually. Oh, wow. 25 records, hour and 3 minutes. Wowza. Moneybagg Yo dropped, which, that's interesting. You've been sued. To pivot real quick as we're doing the new music reviews. This is just, I think, hilarious. Moneybagg Yo is doing his meet and greet. And someone that he thought was a fan came up with something that didn't quite necessarily require his autograph or a picture being taken. Simply was doing the meet and greet, looked like he was having a great time, enjoying his fans. And this guy walked up and hit him with the Seth Rogen and Pineapple Express. You've been saved. Hands him his legal documents right there, right at the meet and greet table. And Moneybagg Yo's face.
I mean, what do you say?
He just...
Fuck you. I mean, it's
like,
not that guy's fault that you're getting served. Fuck.
The way he did it, though, was like... And that's why they show it that way in Pineapple
you know
Express.
Why you get... I mean, you get served. I mean, you had to do something. little bit crazy to be able to get served. I mean, they're not just gonna come serve you papers and hunt you down. Like,
you've been sick.
I mean, you got to be ignoring calls and stuff. Like, I don't know how it is for that situation.
I just really don't think he thought it was going to happen at the meeting.
I mean, who does? I mean, no. If I was famous and fucking had a line, that'd be the last motherfucker I thought would be coming through that line. Somebody serving me court document papers or something.
The best part is like, because he had his pen, right? So he was just getting ready to like sign it, and he's like literally still so happy. He's like, all right. Like, wait a minute. This ain't a fucking CD. Like, damn. Wait a minute. What is this?
Now I'm just curious what he did.
What? Yeah, I actually didn't see what the, you looking it up? What it was that he actually got charged with? Yeah, well, hopefully he's, able to, push through it. I see he just dropped something with Big 30 and Endless Entertainment. Endless? I don't know what they were going for there. Oh, Night Lavelle dropped a new album? Sheesh. All right, I got to add that right away. Wow, Night Lavelle dropped. I haven't even checked it out yet, and I'm going to highly recommend y'all check that out. Capital H-I-G-H. Lil Bean and Zaybang dropped. Benzes and Trackhawks. Featuring Lil Yee. Man, I'm out of touch. What other singles dropped? Thames dropped Not an Angel. Usher and Her dropped Risk It All from The Color Purple. I don't even know how to pronounce this name. Odi Atari and Don Toliver dropped Purple Heart. J Balvin dropped Amigos. We got Lil Rye.
So he actually signed the bottle that she had before she served him papers. It was a female who served him papers. So she got her bottle signed and then served him papers.
No! That's cold-blooded.
This said some rapper signs a bottle of new drink before he hands it over to the woman behind the camera, and she says thank you before serving him with legal papers. She said something hard to hear in a low voice video before pulling out the legal documents. While handing over the rolled up papers, she officially proclaimed, "You've been served."
Yeah, it's that line that you've been served. I don't know why I say it like that every time, but yeah, that's foul. That's some nasty work right there.
She said sorry.
Imagine being the fan behind her, though. Like, his mood just got killed. And now you're like, hey, Moneybagg, I'm a big fan. Yeah? You here to serve me some fucking court papers, too? You're like, oh, shit. Oh, take it easy, Moneybagg. Take it easy, man. Take it easy, Bag. But, yeah, no, that's...
Really didn't ruin his night because he was he was partying up with some people.
Nice. See? Never let it keep you down. When the universe throws a rock, you throw it back with a bow on it. Good job, Moneybagg. Way to stay positive. Way to keep your chin up. Getting out at the club and getting your partying off. NLE Choppa dropped Shot of Flow 7, which I thought was pretty good. We got Tuesday dropped I Don't Give a Fuck. Didn't check that out. We got Fredo Bang Tag Me In. I thought that was pretty good. We got Airplane Tickets for Pharrell Williams and Sway Lee, which I thought was dope. We got Lil Yachty, The Paradigm. We got Terrace Martin and 24K Golden. That sounds interesting. I haven't heard that yet, though. We got Guns N' Roses dropped an abysmal, a stinker of a new record, The General. So I don't recommend checking that out. Bright Eyes dropped Christmas in Prison, featuring John Legend. That's wild. What else we got here? And that's about it. Except for the album that everybody's talking about, Stirred Up. I know she, as she always does, she got her shit off and she was targeting people. I know you're a Barb. I'm a Barb. Let's dive right into it. First off, I highly recommend, my biggest highly recommendation for the week is to check out Pink Friday 2 by Nicki Minaj. It's great to see the legend back. Absolutely phenomenal project. Love Pink Friday 2. Think it's definitely by far the best drop of the weekend. I think that kind of goes without
I've seen
saying.
some mixed reviews on it. A couple.
I have seen a lot. I have seen some mixed reviews
Quite a
on
few
it.
people actually were a little bit. Were expecting a little bit more from her.
Interesting.
At least from the ones that I saw, at least.
How so?
Reviews. They were just like I said. I mean, they were just didn't. They were expecting a little bit more. I guess. I think that they were expecting like the old shit, like like the jams, like.
I think she had some jams on there.
There were some jams, but I think that they were expecting the entire album to be like that. I didn't think that they were like, especially since I don't know. At least that's what the ones that I got from.
It was very sample heavy.
Like underwhelming.
It was very sample heavy.
Not underwhelming.
I thought her samples were good.
Different, I guess. I don't know.
Maybe I'm just big into my Barb standum, but I mean, I think it still shows. I liked
a few songs, and I mean. No, I've liked other albums better than this for sure.
I think she got her bars off on Barbie Dangerous, which I thought that was cool how she did that Barbie Dangerous, the typical the Bone Thug sample, which I thought was awesome. She did the Everybody with Lil Uzi, and I know some people said that song sounds like a ADHD's Wet Dream because it's just like all over the place, ad libs and them going back and forth. I love that one though. My favorite record on it is Needle with Drake. Which I saw was supposed to be on For All the Dogs, but Drake ended up reworking it, giving it to Nicki, which I thought was awesome. Love seeing those two back together. That right away was one of the first ones where I was like, man, I can't wait till we get to that one. Because I think that's an iconic duo as far as male and female rapper. I mean, I think those two have always killed it. And it's crazy to think, but they don't have like as much as you would think they do together. Like the way she has a ton of tracks with Wayne and he's got a ton of tracks with Wayne, they don't necessarily have a ton of tracks with each other. But I thought it was a phenomenal record. I thought the whole album, to go to you said with the mixed reviews, I saw some of that too. And I think why people maybe say that is she did experiment a lot. Like there was like the one I almost felt like kind of had like a little island vibe to it. Okay. Like she was trying to do that. There was hey, I can do some heavy rap shit. Barbie Dangerous.
Yeah, it was like you got a little bit of everything.
Then it was like, I can take you to the strip club with Super Freaky Girl.
Yeah.
And then it's like, and then I can put out this great record with Drake. And then I got also another record on here with J. Cole, where I'm singing rap, where she's singing a little bit more now on this one too. Like, I feel like she's singing definitely a lot more. J. Cole had a great verse. Obviously, you got Wayne snapping on there, which I thought was amazing. But overall, I mean, I think Pink Friday 2 should be a success. I think it'll overall sell well. What do you think of it, though, from what you've heard so far?
Well, like I said, I like a few songs off it. I don't think it's my favorite. I mean, it takes me a while to get a good feel for it. I have to like really listen to it in like my atmosphere that I like to listen to music. So once I get that, maybe.
Which is when? In the car.
Oh, in the car, yeah, by myself.
Just figure you'd state that. Just figure you should.
Normally by myself in the car while I'm driving, I can really like get a good listen, and that's just the way that I prefer to listen to new music, to actually get a good listen to it, not just bop along to it like, oh yeah, I like it, like.
So you haven't really got to sit with it too much yet?
No.
Do you think you will go back to it, though? Check it out?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like I said, Nicki's one of my faves, so I'm for sure going to give it a shot. I'll listen to it a couple times all the way through like I would normally do, and then I can, give you a...
You do got her in the winner's bracket, I believe.
So and then I'll be able to give a good, honest, what I actually feel about the album. But the first initial listen through with you, we did kind of listen to it in the car, but again, I'm like weird. I like to be alone. But I mean, it was good. I mean, I'm not like underwhelmed, not over. It was good. I would just want to listen to it a little bit more before I can give like a good in-depth answer on that.
Yeah, and like overall, I mean, I definitely plan on listening to it more as well. I think too why a lot of people maybe having an issue with it is it's because she's always I don't want to say she'll bring, if people want smoke with Nicki, she is not afraid to give you the smoke and then some. But like I saw like immediately when she dropped, there's the Cardi stands that, which I don't know why they have to be pinned against each other, but it just happens that way. Especially with women in hip hop, people love pinning them against each other.
Oh yeah.
People, said that okay, now Cardi's album Invasion of Privacy re-entered the top 5 on Apple Music because they were just all click farming it and streaming it type shit just to try to drown out the Nicki love. And Nicki's not afraid though to throw a shot first. Let me say that.
Oh, absolutely not.
Not afraid to throw the first bullet. And I do think there was one bar on Pink Friday 2, just one bar that I think we could have done without. Stay in your Tory lane, bitch, I'm not Iggy. That's just a bad joke. Yeah. That's a bad bar. Stay in your... First off, Meg hasn't said a damn word to you as far as I know.
Yeah, and Meg's already dealing with that.
All shit. That stuff, and then you say...
that was a low
blow. That was a little corny.
Yeah.
Stay in your Tory lane, and then here's the other...
I do have to say that about Nicki. That's like one downside. It's like, why are you coming at your other female rappers, girl? Like... Are you supposed to be like sticking together? Are you guys supposed to be like sticking together during this thing? Like, there's been so like, I don't know. Like, I love Nicki. Don't get me wrong, but it's like that stuff I just don't agree with. Like you said, like, Meg literally was not doing shit to you. Like, why'd you have to go and throw a low blow like that? Like, knowing that she's already down. Like, why kick somebody when they're down? Like, I don't know.
Unless Meg and Ice Spice have beef, because remember, Ice Spice is Nicki's girl.
Fuck you, Ice Spice.
No, whoa. Come on, not Ice Spice and
Hater
everything
hat.
nice. No, not for Nice Spice.
Hater hat.
No.
Hater hat.
No. That's unfathomable.
Right on.
But yeah, that shot though. And then like the other part though that I didn't get about that shot was like I just thought it was cheap heat. Was okay to stay in your Tory lane. Haha, okay, we know who you're talking about. And then it goes, and bitch, I'm not Iggy. What does Iggy Azalea have to do with any of this?
Iggy caught it.
Like, what did that even mean? Stay in your Tory lane. Bitch, I'm not Iggy Azalea. It's like, I know. You're Nicki Minaj. She retired from music, and now she's throwing ass on OnlyFans. Like,
that's crazy.
Like, what does Iggy have? I don't know where Iggy came from in that whole thing. Like, it just, unless we're talking about Ziggy Stardust, she's talking about David Bowie. Maybe Meg had a beef with Bowie that nobody knew about. I don't know.
If anybody knows, maybe like what she could possibly be like.
Maybe she was talking about Andre Iguodala. Maybe Meg and Andre Iguodala had something go on. Bitch, I'm not Iggy. I'm not Andre Iguodala.
Maybe it's a deeper. Maybe some barbs can come and enlighten us on.
Maybe she was talking about Andre Iguodala. Oh, let's go down the rabbit hole. If she's talking about so stay in your Tory lane. So, they say, like, you got to stay in the lane in the basketball game, right? You got to stay in the lane. We're going to the lane. Boom. I think, so stay in your lane. I'm not Iguodala. I'm not off the bench. I'm the starter. Fuck. Bitch, you think I'm the bench player? I'm LeBron. I'm starting. I think that maybe could have been what she was getting at. This whole time we were thinking Azalea. She's been talking about Andre Iguodala. I think we might have a conspiracy theory on our hands. Either that or she's talking about Bowie, one of the two. But no, I did think that bar, one of the three. Is there any more Iggy's? No. I did think though that bar could have been left off, but again, I'll give Pink Friday 2. I'll say it. Full barbedom. Let's do it. 5 out of 5. I'll give it a 5 out of 5. And we're gearing up next week for the 4th annual Sleepless Awards. Who knows? Might come out. But no, I think she rolled it out. I know a lot of people said the rollout kind of felt a little slow with it. Only because Super Freaky Girl came out, I think, in like August of last year. And that was the first single of the album. And then it was like we got one other single. And they're gonna kill me if I can't remember what it was, but I don't think I can. Oh, Last Time I Saw You, which is like one of her more singing ones. But no, I think there's something on there, at least a couple records for everybody. I really do think there's something for everybody on that. And I think Nicki did a great job, really do. And I'm excited to see what you guys think about it. I hope you check it out more as well. Which leads us to my next crazy take next take that I want to throw out. And I got to put on the hot take Tucker suit. I got to put on my Tucker suit for this one. Hot take Tucker. So I posted this on Reddit and it got a lot of comments and likes, so I figured I'll take it over to the pod. And then we talk about it again on there. But after listening to the new live, which is specific that I mentioned that, after listening to the Apple Music Live Brent Faiyaz album that came out last week, I got to sit with that a lot more. I think it's time I say something out loud. Brent Faiyaz, greater than sign, Frank Ocean. I know that take seems to either make people go, wow, I can't believe he said it, but I agree with him. Never thought anybody would say it, but since he said it, yeah, I actually do agree with him. And I've also seen people saying, yeah, but you're just saying that until Frank actually does drop. Because I'm coming off as like the sad fan that's been waiting at the bus stop for years and your bus just never comes.
I feel
That's literally how I feel. It's like I'm standing there soaked with my raincoat on, holding an umbrella, just like, is he ever coming?
I do. Actually, I have to agree with Reddit on that. I think that you're saying this now until Frank drops, because I know damn well that as soon as that shit drops, you're going to be on it.
Beach Bill's going to be cooking at 3 a.m.
So.
I mean, I'll never say any body of work by Brent is better than either of those Frank albums. But we get much more music from him, much more consistently. And here's another factor as to why I brought up the Apple Music Live. Holy shit, does those records sound great live?
You do.
I mean, he was cooking. I mean, the Jackie Brown, the way he did like that with like the voice, just absolutely knocked it out of the park. And why I mention that is Frank Ocean, I don't think is capable of that. There's a reason why you don't see him at many shows, and every time he finally does do a show, you get ridiculously hype. Sound goes wrong. Something's not clicking. Something's not working. Brent said, oh, what? We need to do all these different sound things. Fuck that. Give me the mic. I can sing. I can actually sing this bitch. Like, give me the mic. I got it. Not going to sing over my shit either. Except for, like I said, he did do a little bit of that on Jackie Brown. But overall, incredible. And I don't think Frank Ocean would be capable of that. And it goes with my take on, and again, this goes with what people are saying on Reddit and what you agreed with. But again, maybe it's a little bitterness and I'm just trying to stir him up and at least get him going. But like I said, I'm no longer going to stand at this rainy downpour of a bus stop. I've been waiting for years. And then it's like, finally, it's like Frank Ocean's going to announce something. Oh my God, what is it? Everybody quick, run to Reddit. Oh, it's a 5-second snippet. Okay. I see what you think of us. That's me personally, that's kind of how I took it on that one. With Kendrick Lamar, I was like, you're pushing it, buddy. And then he dropped, and it's like, okay, I love you again. You're good. Frank, it's like, all right, man, what do you just don't care? Is that it? Like, are you just happy with your 2 albums? Is it a fear that your last 2 have become such massive classics that if I go for this again and I do drop and this doesn't work, holy shit, it's going to make me look so bad because I made them wait so long and it doesn't go that way.
That right there. That's my take on it. I think that he is, now it's to the point where, oh, fuck, this needs to be great because I've made my fans wait so long. And I think it's that. It's that fear of actually putting it out and getting, like, negative feedback from it. I think it's that.
No, he doesn't want to see the album drop, and people are like, Frank lost it. Like, yeah. Oh, Frank don't got it like that no more.
Yeah, they don't want to. He doesn't want to have them win. You know what I mean? Like,
and you're dealing with the internet, which this is what I mean by it. Oh, just seeing Frank drop. There's a couple people, more than a couple people. There's probably tons of people online going, "Ooh, 12:01 a.m. I'm dropping those trash bins on you, motherfucker."
Oh, 100%.
I'm dropping all the trash bins I can fit in the tweet. Like, oh God. I mean, if that is the case, then I think he should post and announce that it's a wrap. If that's the case. Mm-hmm. Like, just call it a wrap then. Wrap it up. Call it a day. Yeah, call it a day. Then just come out and make an announcement of like, hey, it's over. Like, just be like, it's not going to happen. Don't wait. It's done. It's over with. Instead of like trying to leave it almost as like, I almost feel like he gets a laugh out of it. That's where I get bitter. That goes back to me feeling bitter.
I don't think he gets a laugh out of it.
Oh, come on. Oh, hey, I'm posting something on my Reddit. Holy shit. What is it? The album title? Is it? What is it? And then he posts and he goes, it's a 5-second snippet.
I don't think
They
so.
thought they were getting the album title.
I
Like,
doubt that.
these idiots, like, look at them. All worked up over a snippet. Like, I hope not. But that's why Brent, if I'm the Toy Story meme, as soon as I heard that Apple Music Live, I think it was like Wednesday night. Yeah, Wednesday night when I heard it all down here, I had a whole session with it. I pictured myself standing in the middle of the room. Here's Brent Faiyaz. Here's Frank Ocean. I don't want to play with you anymore. Right down to the ground. But no, on that note, though, I did want to get that takeoff on here, though. Last thing I wanted to say on music before we go to sports and close out is we did want to say prayers and speedy recovery for 2 Chainz. In a crazy turn of events, which this is just wild. For those that don't know, a couple nights ago, I believe it said in Miami, he was coming home from, I think, coming home from the club, and he was hit by a drunk driver. I do believe they said he was in like an Uber or a Lyft, like his Uber got hit.
Okay.
I got the thing right here. Where are we at? You pulling it up? Mm-hmm. Thank you. Yeah, prayers and like I said, speedy recovery for 2 Chainz. He got hit by a drunk driver, which let me just speak on that one real quick. Well, first, I'm glad he's okay. Hope speedy recovery. He is in stable condition, of course, so everything is going good with that. The thing, though, that I don't hate to make any light of this, though, but just imagine being the guy who hit 2 Chainz. Like, imagine waking up in the holding cell and you're like, oh, man, oh, that was so fucked up. What happened? You're like, man, you got in a car accident. You hit somebody. Hit somebody? Who'd I hit? Man, you ain't gonna believe this one, buddy. You hit 2 Chainz. You hit the titty boy. What the hell? You hit True Religion. Can't do that.
2 Chainz posted a video of him on his way to the hospital in an ambulance. But anyway, they didn't disclose if it was an Uber. It just said his car. So I think he was driving. Or maybe he had a driver or something. But it didn't say that. It was just the only one that reported was that 2 Chainz was rushed to the hospital was 2 Chainz.
Damn, that's that drunk effect, though. He was blacked out behind the wheel. He could have hit anything and wouldn't have felt it.
Or maybe the drunk driver was rushed. But either way, it didn't say that there was another person in the car with him, so I'm going to safely assume that it was just 2 Chainz in the car.
Yeah, being the guy that hits 2 Chainz, you gotta be...
And there was extensive damage, they said, so that the hit was intense.
I can't get over that part.
I just like, yeah, what goes through your...
That's gonna be
that you hit 2
That's
Chainz.
gonna be a story forever when you're like, yeah. Or like, even if, like, say he has to go to a class. Like, say they make him go to one of those classes. And somebody's like, what are you in here for? You're like, I'm the guy who hit 2 Chainz. Fuck you! Like I imagine if he was like on tour, God forbid, and this happened, and he like needed like a couple nights off or something, and that happens, and you just see him like a bunch of 2 Chainz fans. Hey, that's the guy who fucked. Like, remember in other guys?
Yeah.
Hey, that's who shot Jeter. Like they'd be like, hey, that's who hit 2 Chainz. Get that drunk.
Get him.
Somebody get that drunk. We want to see the Collie Grove 2 show. Somebody get him. You see the drunk guy just staggering, trying to run. He falls, missed it. Like, God damn that guy. But, yeah, I just thought that was too good to pass up. All right. Prayers up. Speedy recovery for 2 Chainz. Glad that he's good. I saw that he was, he took a video on the way to the hospital. So he's definitely okay. He's definitely okay. I'm so used to, unfortunately, when I say something like that, then you have to follow it up with that. And I'm like, oh, wait, thank God everybody's okay. So to pivot into sports, to pivot into the Spouts, close us out with, For those that don't know, Los Angeles Lakers won the in-season whatever tournament that I never really checked too much into it, but the in-season play tournament, whatever. Lakers won it. Another meaningless dub for them. There, I said it. LeBron won MVP, even though Anthony Davis had 41 points and 20 rebounds, and Christopher Reeves, which oddly enough, or Austin Reeves, not Christopher Reeves, sorry, wrong Reeves. Austin Reeves got 28 points, and then LeBron got 24 points, and LeBron got MVP. But this shit's not rigged. It's okay, right? I mean, I just thought it was funny. He's holding up the MVP trophy, and I'm like, yeah, the guy over there had a double-double and 41 points. But, hey, what do I know? I think he maybe played a little bit bigger of a factor than your 24 points and your 6 rebounds. But, hey, maybe I'm wrong. It's been a while since I've been on the court. Maybe I'm just the couch judge these days. But I just think that looks a little fucked up. Yeah. And I saw people were like, oh, Jordan never won an in-season tournament. Yeah, because Jordan would have thought that shit was dumb as fuck. Like, wait, what have we got this in-season tournament for? We got the playoffs, right? Well, yeah. And we're still doing the NBA Finals, right? Which crowns the best team in the league across all season at the end of it. Well, yeah. Okay, then why do I give a fuck about who's the best in December? Move on with the season.
Exactly.
Like, okay, wow, you won the best game on December 8th. Or you won the best game on December 9th. Good job, buddy. Like,
great, awesome.
Hopefully you win in June when you got to win 4 of them, not 1.
Yeah, I think it is.
Like, to me, that's why when I saw people, they're like, oh my God, the Lakers won it, and he's holding the trophy, and he's celebrating like he just won the finals in Cleveland all over again. And I'm like, we're getting all hopped up over this. Like, even I saw the team that lost. I mean, yeah, there was a couple guys like, fuck, like, we lost. Like, that sucks. Yeah. But they were still like, oh, wait, that didn't count towards our record? Oh. What are we all worked up about? Like, that's okay. That was like a free loss. If anything, we just got to play a little bit and have some fun.
Yeah,
and you got LeBron over here and Anthony Davis fucking throwing, and it's like, guys, it's really not that serious. Like,
it's like they were the kids in gym class that fucking went too hard.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, so I just wanted to mention that because I just thought that was flat out ridiculous. Man, that shit is fucking ridiculous. I just had to sound like RZA on that one. Shout out Bobby Digital. For my timestamp, I actually almost just put RZA. Makes it even funnier.
Yeah, that would be funny.
So on the, I don't actually know what the final score ended up being, but when we turned it off, the Browns were up 28-21. Please tell me they didn't fuck that up, so we can go dive in on some good news. It's Cleveland though. You don't count those chickens. We won. We closed it out.
31-27.
31-27. Oh, so that shit got close. All right, so we closed it out 31-27, which means I lost one of my bets, but good job, Cleveland. Good job, Browns. Glad you guys got that done. Definitely needed that win against Jacksonville. I believe now that puts us at what, 8-6?
8-5.
8-5.
Oh,
okay.
We're tied with the Jacksonville 8-5 and 8-5.
Nice.
So that was I guess that was a good matchup, right?
Yeah. And obviously it shows that we're pretty similar based on that score. But good job, Flacco. So we got that done.
3 touchdowns today.
Yeah, that's dope. I know the Seahawks and the Niners are going on right now. I don't know what that score is, if you wouldn't mind checking that. I really hoping my Niners are holding out. Fear the faithful, baby. And then I'm pulling up the Sunday night and Monday night.
Okay, 49ers are 14-10.
14-10 on the Seahawks?
No, 14-10 like we're winning.
Okay, good. For the Sunday night game, we got a division rivalry. We got the Dallas Cowboys, which I know a lot of people either hate them or love them. We got the Dallas Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles, who just got their wings clipped last week by the Niners. So we got Dallas, we got Philly. Sunday night, 8:20 p.m. I'm thinking the Eagles are in a rough patch as far as I think they're going to lose back-to-back games. I think it's going to be close. I don't think it's going to be very high scoring considering both of their defenses. But with that being said, I'm going Dallas Cowboys 24, Philadelphia Eagles 13. I'm going 24-13, Dallas Cowboys get the W. Then for the Monday night game, which I think this week we got 2 of them. But we got the Green Bay Packers at New York Giants Monday night game. With the way Jordan Love's been playing, I know Christian Watson's out, but we got Aaron Jones. They got Aaron Jones healthy now. They got A.J. Dillon healthy. I'm thinking the Packers do what every team's been doing to them this whole season, basically. I think the Giants get their asses kicked. I think Jordan Love throws 4, maybe 5 tutties, but I'd bet on 4. Jordan Love throws for over 350 yards. Aaron Jones catches 2 or A.J. Dillon gets 2 reception touchdowns. I'm going to go something crazy. I'm going to go 38. I'll even up it. Yeah, I'll even up it. I'll go 45-10. 45-10. Packers just absolutely bulldoze them. And not quite sure what the other Monday night game is. Trying to find it. Okay. At 8:15 tomorrow, we got the Tennessee Titans going to Florida and playing the Miami Dolphins. I'm going to hit that blowout button again. I'm thinking the Miami Dolphins just pissing shit all over them at their will. I'm thinking with their high speed, fast-paced offense, I'm going Miami Dolphins over the Titans. Not quite as high scoring as the last one. I'm going to go, let's go 34-17. 34-17, Miami gets the dub. I think Tennessee shows some fight. Obviously, you got Derrick Henry, who's built like a fucking Mack truck, and he runs at the speed of Flash. Kind of hard to take him down. So, well, literally, he's the one guy in the league that, like, when he break, and they say break the hole, and he's taken off. There's been a couple different times where the guy in the secondary, the coach running up the sideline will even be like, just move. Like, I don't want to watch you just get boom, sent flying, because like that's where a lot of his highlights come from. Like there was one where that guy Ozzie Newsome that caught earlier tonight. Okay. The not bigger build for a football player. Somebody like that tried to stop Derrick Henry, and he launched him so bad that he flipped. The helmet like popped off. The guy fucking rolled, and then he was holding his arm, and he's like waving for the medical team. Oh. And ever since then, it's like you'll see like there'll be a couple times like the defender will kind of give that look and just be like, he's running like 24 miles an hour and he's like 260. I'm not getting in the way of this. Like he's going to fucking eat me alive if I get in the way. No, literally like running almost like 20 miles an hour. Like no bullshit. Like Tyreek Hill can actually get up to about 25, but Derrick Henry can clock in at about 20 miles an hour and he's flying up the fucking field. So like once he's broke that and he's just running straight, getting in the way of that. And if I jump at his side, he's just going to knock me down, so it's not going to do anything. But, yeah, I think that will be where the 17 points come from. And I don't know, I should have mentioned this during the Browns recap, but I got a new nickname for Joe Flacco. Lord Pretty Flacco, or Lord Pretty Flacco Jody. Like in ASAP, how he calls himself Lord Pretty Flacco. We're going to call himself Lord Pretty Flacco. But do believe that that closes us out on this Sonic Adventurous pull up a chair. So with that being said, believe there's only one thing left to do before we get up out of here. I'm going to be seeing Godzilla here within the next hour. I'm looking forward to that movie. I'll be reviewing that next week. Next Sunday, we got the 4th annual Sleepless Radio Awards. I'll be posting the categories on Reddit and X this week and on IG as well, so you guys can get a feel for them. As always, we got same categories as last year. We implement a new one every year. Well, at least we will do for now. Because as we continue going on throughout the years, we can't have too many categories. But we got a real good show planned for that next Sunday. I still got to make sure I got all my picks, my noms in order. We got a battle coming next week as well. Looking forward to that, diving back into the winner's bracket. We're going to be seeing the return of my beautiful wife here to the Thunderdome pretty soon in the hot seat of Sleepless Radio. And as you guys can all see, merch available now. Dress like your demons this holiday season. We got long sleeves. We got short sleeves. We got Christopher Reigns. We got anything you need. Your pickleball, paddle, power shots. Merch available now for a limited amount of time. We got all different color designs as well. We got the logo. We got Wake Up with a Smile on. And I know it says on there that the shipping can take up to a certain amount of time. But ours came way earlier, way sooner, at least in the U.S. shipping. Came much more sooner. What, 6 days?
6 days.
6 days. Came, looks great, feels great, comfy, cozy. Haven't taken it off all weekend. Just feels so surreal to be wearing it, so it's been hard to get off me. Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for the support. Appreciate the love as always. Keeping the love high and the hate low. Merch is available in the link tree, in the link in bio. Timestamps will also be below on the pod. What? Oh, and thank you for making sure I mentioned that as well. So I figured as we're getting closer to the holidays, you get an inch every day a little bit more closer to Christmas. We figured we'd do a little bit of a holiday price drop, so we did drop the prices just a little bit. Show you how much I love you guys. Even if I don't make a nickel back, I'm just glad that you guys love it. And I want to see pictures of you guys rocking it. Want to see what you guys doing. Hopefully enjoying your holiday season, getting lit. Staying safe, though, of course. Keeping the love high and the hate low. Waking up with a smile on and reminding yourselves 3 things that you're grateful for. When Vampires Go Surfing coming soon. New freestyle coming on Tuesday. The freestyle run continues, and I got one more in the chamber before the year ends. What the hell else is going on? Pull Up a Chair episode 67 next week. Sleepless Radio episode 172 next week. Sleepless Radio 4th annual awards.
New merch designs at the top of the year.
New merch designs at the top of the year. So on that note, keep the love high and the hate low. As Snooker would say, stay blessed and less stressed. I say wake up with a smile on and remind yourself 3 things that you're grateful for. And you hit it out and you close us out with the peace. Smile more. Bada boom, bada bing.